Hey guys, my name is Jill Abanico. I'm a beauty, fashion, and portrait photographer, and this is the third episode of my Stay Home Self-Portrait series. With this episode, I'm not only teaching you how to clone yourself in photography, but also I'd like to spread a certain message to you guys, and therefore I came up with two concepts that tell the story about self-love. So let's start with the first one. The first picture is all about loving yourself in the literal sense, and I captured that by literally hugging myself just as I am without any makeup on. And my motivation behind this is really to encourage yourself to embrace your personality as it is, with all strengths and weaknesses, because nowadays I think it's very hard for many people to put themselves out there as their true authentic self without anything on them. And a lot of times I think this comes from places of fear of rejection or fear of being shamed for being what we are. But nobody's perfect. This is so cliche, but it's true. We are all formed by the circumstances of life, and that is what this picture is all about. And now to the technicalities of the shoot. For the light, I just used some natural indirect window light like you see here and nothing else. And to be able to capture yourself as a doppelganger, you have two options. One is to do it all by yourself and alone, and the second one is to get someone help you do it. To make it easier in post for you, you have to have a doppelganger that is physically alike to you. That means he or she has the same hair color, the same hairstyle, and also the same skin color, and also perhaps the same body shape. So it's more easier to capture yourself twice. And for the first option, like I did it, just all by myself, I used a styrofoam hat with a black wig on it. To be able to capture yourself as a doppelganger, it is firstly important to put your camera on a tripod at a steady position, and then you have to take two pictures of yourself. That means you have the styrofoam hat as a guide. And for the first picture, I put the styrofoam head at the position where I embraced it. So it is very important to place your hands and your head position in the right place where also your styrofoam head was when you switch the sides. So it doesn't make sense if you work in a space where the light is changing drastically. So make sure you have a light source that is lighting you constantly. For this first self-portrait, I captured two different options. The first one is more easier because the hand placement is not that complicated. And for the second one, I really had to be careful about the position of my arms and my hands. And for this one hand that was placed in this position, I really had to capture another hand of myself. So in reality, it's really a composition of three different pictures. The second picture is also about self-love, and to me, self-love is also self-care. That means that I do stuff that keeps me in balance in terms of mental health and physical health, like meditating, doing sports, or playing Xbox, and so on and so on. So I captured literally different multiple versions of me doing these kind of things and put them in one frame in my living room. Now to the technicalities. Also here I just used available light that was coming from the sides of my living room and nothing else, because it was just easier that way and also makes it easier in post. But you have to keep your tripod again at a steady position in one place, and also make sure that the light is constant. So either you have to work very fast or put the blinds down and set the light by yourself. This technique is also a little more easier than the first one because you have only this one frame, and then you can put yourself wherever you want, and you just have to be careful when you overlap yourself that you really erase these parts in post. To make this shot a little more easier for you, I have these tips. The first one is to really think of the place you want to capture yourself in. Think of a room where you have different spaces and places where you can put yourself to fill the frame with yourself and make the composition a little interesting. Second tip is choose an aperture that is a little more closed, like 5.6 or above, so that the depth of field is not so narrow and the different versions of yourself are all in focus. Guys, I hope you could get some inspiration from this video, and I hopefully could transfer the message of self-love to you guys. Let me know in the comments below how you like this video, and also subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram. Send me your pictures if you did one of these self-portraits. I would appreciate that. That's a wrap. Stay safe, shoot safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.